Mixed martial arts has always been an evolving sport, constantly shaped by the fighters who step into the cage. Over the past decade, one trend has become impossible to ignore. Russian fighters are taking over. From the UFC to Bellator and other major promotions, athletes from Russia and former Soviet states have become dominant forces in MMA. But why? What makes them so effective in this brutal and demanding sport? Today, we break down the reasons behind the rise of Russian fighters in MMA and why their fighting style is a perfect fit for combat sports. 1. Wrestling and Sambo, the foundation of Russian MMA dominance. To understand Russian dominance in MMA, we have to start with their combat sports foundation. Many Russian fighters come from a background in Sambo and wrestling, two styles that translate exceptionally well to MMA. Sambo, a martial art developed in the Soviet Union, is a mix of judo, wrestling, and striking. Combat Sambo, in particular, is a highly aggressive form that incorporates striking and submissions, making it similar to MMA. This explains why many Russian fighters are comfortable in all aspects of a fight on the feet, in the clinch, or on the ground. Wrestling is another huge factor. Russia has one of the strongest wrestling cultures in the world, particularly in freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling. This gives Russian fighters an edge in grappling, takedowns, and control. Look at fighters like Khabib Nurmagomedov, Islam Makhachev, and Magomed Ankalaev, strong grapplers with relentless pressure who dictate the fight. 2. The Dagestani dominance, a special breed of fighters. One region in particular has become a breeding ground for elite fighters, Dagestan. Located in the Caucasus region of Russia, Dagestan produces some of the toughest combat athletes in the world. Why? Because wrestling is not just a sport there, it's a way of life. Young boys start training in wrestling from a very early age. The harsh, mountainous environment, strict discipline, and cultural emphasis on combat sports create fighters with unmatched toughness and endurance. Khabib Nurmagomedov, one of the greatest lightweights in MMA history, is the prime example of Dagestani dominance. His relentless grappling style, suffocating pressure, and ground control made him nearly unbeatable. Fighters like Islam Makhachev, Usman Nurmagomedov, and Umar Nurmagomedov are continuing this legacy. 3. Unmatched work ethic and mental toughness. Another key factor in Russian fighters' success is their work ethic and mentality. Many of these fighters come from humble, tough backgrounds where they have to struggle to succeed. This fuels an incredible drive to win. Unlike some Western fighters who focus on showmanship and entertainment, Russian fighters are all about discipline and training. They don't talk much. They don't trash talk. They let their skills do the talking in the cage. They train hard, often in isolated, rugged environments where distractions are minimal. This creates a mindset where giving up is not an option. The mental toughness they develop gives them an advantage in fights, especially in high-pressure situations. 4. The evolution of Russian striking. While wrestling and grappling are the foundation, Russian fighters have also developed world-class striking. Many of them cross-train in boxing, Muay Thai, and kickboxing to round out their skill set. Take Peter Yan, for example. A former UFC bantamweight champion, Yan is known for his technical and aggressive striking. His boxing is crisp, his defense is tight, and his ability to pressure opponents is top tier. Fighters like Zabit Magomedsharipov and Alexander Volkov also showcase high-level striking combined with strong grappling skills. This blend of elite striking and dominant grappling makes Russian fighters dangerous in every aspect of MMA. 5. The coaching and training system. Russia has a well-structured and disciplined training system for combat sports. Unlike the Western approach, where fighters often jump between different gyms, Russian fighters usually train under one system with a single coach throughout their careers. For example, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, Khabib's late father, created a system that produced multiple elite fighters from Dagestan. His philosophy focused on strong fundamentals, discipline, and extreme conditioning. This structured approach ensures that fighters develop a well-rounded game without major weaknesses. 6. Cardio and conditioning, a key strength. Another major reason for Russian dominance is their conditioning. Fighters like Khabib and Islam Makhachev can maintain high pressure for 5 rounds without slowing down. This is because of the way they train high-altitude camps. grueling wrestling sessions, and endless drills to improve endurance. When you watch a Russian fighter in the cage, you'll notice they rarely gas out. They keep pushing forward, breaking their opponents mentally and physically. This level of conditioning gives them a massive advantage, especially in long fights. 7. The brotherhood and team mentality. Unlike many fighters who train as individuals, Russian fighters often train in tight-knit teams. They see their training partners as family, and this creates a strong support system. Look at the Khabib-led camp: Islam Makhachev, Umar Nurmagomedov, Zabit Magomedsharipov, and Magomed Ankalaev Usman Nurmagomedov. They know they're not alone. Their team has prepared them for every possible challenge. If you're an MMA fan, get ready, because Russian fighters aren't just here to compete. They're here to take over.